Holy jumping grandma on a stick. Look where we are, folks. It's Monster Toy Corner. Yeah, Monster Toy Corner. Because why not? I thought we should change it up a little every now and then so you see something a little different in the background. Isn't that more fun? Yeah, speaking of things that look different, by the way, I'll have you know I shaved for this segment. Just to do this, I actually, yeah. You heard of 5 o'clock shadow? You heard that expression when you know guys get that little dark? Yeah, I get more like noon shadow. So ideally I should shave like 3 times a day to get over the noon shadow effect. Wasn't that an old Cat Stevens song? Now that I think of it. Noon shadow? Yeah, we'll edit that out. Speaking of strange looking things, look at this. No, not me. This other strange looking thing, specifically the Subterranean. This, which you see before you, is in fact Subterranean. What's that name again? It's Subterranean! Yeah, baby! Yeah, it's Subterranean. And if he looks familiar, well, you may have been to a Dr. Lady family reunion. I'm kidding. I'm kidding! I've never had a family reunion. I don't have enough family. I couldn't have a family. There's no family. I can't have a family reunion. But if I did, he might show up there. Subterranean, if he looks familiar, may be reminding you of the movie on which he was based, which is 1984's C.H.U.D. C.H.U.D. And these things live down under the streets. You see, they came out of manhole covers and such and scared so many kids in the 80s, gave an entire generation nightmares and made people scared to walk past the manhole covers at night because the C.H.U.Ds might come up out of there. What were the C.H.U.Ds? Well, it had kind of a double meaning in the movie. The movie is fun. I like the movie. It's not the scariest thing ever made, but it's fun and it's interesting. And I think it's a good little, you know, medium budgeted, effects heavy, monsters on the loose little fun popcorn horror movie. Yeah. But it has a double meaning. C.H.U.D stands for cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. That U for underground, that underground being the, you know, the key thing when you think of him being called the Subterranean. Now, also in the movie it stands for contamination hazard urban disposal. Red leather, yellow leather, toy boat. Contamination hazard urban disposal, or cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. And that's what these guys were, because they were people who turned into flesh-eating subterranean monsters that looked an awful lot like this. What else? I guess C.H.U.D could stand for whatever you wanted it to. Let's make up another C.H.U.D definition. Creepy, hideously ugly dude. No, forget that one. Cool, hairless underwear demon. Okay, let's just stick with the ones in the movie now that I think about it. The C.H.U.D here, aka Subterranean, this particular one sculpted by the massively and obscenely talented Jeremy Bohr in 2002. How do I know that? Because it says Jeremy Bohr 2002 right there on the back of the mask. Now this was briefly offered through Death Studios as simply Subterranean. This is one of the Death Studios versions. I believe Jeremy made a few of his own first, and then it went to Death. And this is just like it came from Death Studios. It's kind of a greenish, yellowish color. It has these really shiny eyes that are a cool yellow color, a little pink around the edges. Super nice paint job, super nice quality. It's a little hard to display him because of all this hanging on there. You know, it sort of wants to droop, and it's just, he's a little awkward. I know, look who's talking. Yeah, he's a little awkward, right? He's a little awkward to display. So if you have one of these, or if you find one and purchase one somehow, which may be difficult today because it wasn't in production very long, and again, that was a long time ago now, so you may have a hard time finding one. But if you do, you may have kind of an issue getting it to display correctly, and you may need to work that out a little bit to make sure he stays in his appropriate C.H.U.D-ly shape so that he looks all cute and C.H.U.D-ly, you know. But other C.H.U.D masks, C.H.U.D inspired masks, have been done over the years, including one from Trick or Treat Studios called, what's that? A sewer monster, that's it. I knew I'd think of it in just an hour or so. Sewer Monster is another C.H.U.D inspired creation. I don't think anybody's done a licensed one yet. The movie's probably not big enough for that. It's not well known enough that people would, you know, go to the Halloween stores and say, oh, there's a C.H.U.D, because, you know, it's 1984, nah. And there's a kind of sequel, but don't be fooled. There's a movie about 5 years later, which would be 1989 if you're keeping track, called C.H.U.D 2 Bud the C.H.U.D. That's a terrible movie that has nothing to do with C.H.U.D, and instead of these cool monsters like in the first movie and like this mask, it has zombies. It's just about, it's a comedy about zombies, and well, if you thought unfunny comedies about zombies were recent phenomena, turns out they had them even back in the 80s. There were dumb comedies about zombies. But never mind C.H.U.D 2 Bud the C.H.U.D. You gotta watch the first C.H.U.D from '84 that had the cool monsters that look like this, and then you'll want to search online and see if you can find one of these very interesting and intricately sculpted and molded and painted monstrosities from Jeremy Bohr and Death Studios, the old Subterranean. And you know, he's really more at home in the basement than he is up here. So with that, I'm going to take him downstairs and find him a more comfortable spot in which to lie in wait for you.